Hello students, good morning and very warm welcome to all of you. Students, today we are going to discuss the last topic from our unit 1, that is Paleobotany. And the topic of today's presentation is the contributions of Professor Birbal Sahni in the field of Paleobotany. And in our next presentation, we will discuss about some highlighting points of the Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany, that is BSIP, which is located in Lucknow. So we will see that in our next presentation, and in today's presentation we are going to discuss the contributions of the Professor Birbal Sahni in the field of Paleobotany. So let's start with our today's presentation. In slide you can see a picture of the great Indian paleobotanist, that is Professor Birbal Sahni. Professor Birbal Sahni, he is the founder of the Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany, that is BSIP, which is located in Lucknow. And Birbal Sahni is considered as the father of Indian paleobotany because it is only due to uh, the efforts of Professor Birbal Sahni in India the research on the paleobotany started. So he is considered as the father of Indian paleobotany, Professor Birbal Sahni. So let's start with next topic, that is the biography of Professor Birbal Sahni. Professor Birbal Sahni was born on the 14th of November 1891 at the Bhera, which is located in Shahpur district of the Punjab. Now it is located in Pakistan, but at that time it was in West Punjab. Uh, Professor Birbal Sahni was the Indian paleobotanist who studied the fossils of Indian subcontinent. He also took an interest in the geology and the archaeology. Professor, apart from the paleobotany, he was also having the interest in the geology. Geology means the study of the structure of earth, or simply you can say the earth science, the study of the rocks or the structure of the earth, that is called as the geology. And ही वॉज ऑल्सो हॅव्हिंग इंटरेस्ट इन द आर्किओलॉजी, ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये पुरातत्वशास्त्र असं म्हणतो, ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण जे लिव्हिंग कल्चर्स होते पुरातन, म्हणजे ज्या सोसायटीज होत्या ज्यांच्यामध्ये कल्चर्स वेगवेगळे असायचे, तर त्यांचा जो स्टडी असेल, ह्युमॅन सिव्हिलायझेशन जुन्या काळी कशा पद्धतीने होतं, तर त्याच्याविषयी त्याच्यामध्ये माहिती दिलेली असते. त्याला आपण म्हणतो आर्किओलॉजी. आणि जिओलॉजी म्हणजे अर्थ सायन्स. तर यांच्यामध्ये सुद्धा प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांना इंटरेस्ट होता. आणि ऑब्वियसली ते तर इंडियन पॅलेबॉटनिस्ट आहेत, त्यांचा प्लांट्समध्ये पण खूप सारा इंटरेस्ट होता. ही फाउंडेड व्हॉट इज नोन नाव द बिरबल साहनी इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पॅलिओबॉटनी, which is located at the Lucknow, and it was founded by him in 1946. In 1946 he founded that Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany, and now it is called as Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleosciences. Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleosciences, but at that time it was named as the Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany, uh, to honor the Professor Birbal Sahni. His major contributions were in the study of the fossil plants of India and in also plant evolution. He was also involved in the establishment of Indian science education. He was involved in the establishment of Indian science education, and also he served as the president of National Academy of Sciences. National Academy of Sciences. For that he also served as a president and as a honorary president of the International Botanical Congress, Stockholm. So he was also the honorary president of the International Botanical Congress of the Stockholm. So this is the highlighting points of these are the highlighting points of the Professor Birbal Sahni. Professor Birbal Sahni was the third child of the late Professor Ruchiram Sahni and Srimati Ishwar Devi. He was the third child, and he was born on 14 November 1891 at the Behra town of the Shahpur district, which is now present in the eastern, which is at present it is located in Pakistan, and at that time it was located in eastern Punjab, so it is wrongly written. His father was lecturer of chemistry in Government College of Lahore, so he was having the that atmosphere in his house regarding the science, because his father was a lecturer of chemistry. Then moving to the education and the work of Professor Birbal Sahni. As we have already discussed that he had a great interest in the study of plants right from his childhood. Then Birbal Sahni completed his education, primary and school education in Lahore in mission school, and then after that the Central Model School, and finally the government college. So he's completed his primary education and the earlier education in the Lahore. Then he obtained his graduation degree, that is the BSc degree, from the Punjab University in 1911. That means he transferred from shifted from the Lahore to Punjab University. Lahore is the second largest city of Pakistan. You know that. Yes, so Lahore, which was also the capital of uh, Pakistan province. So now it is the second largest city of the Pakistan. So from Lahore, he shifted to the Punjab University to obtain his graduation degree, and he completed his graduation in 1911 from the Punjab University. Thereafter, Professor Birbal Sahni joined the Cambridge University for the higher studies, and from the Emmanuel College he got the tripos degree. That is the you can consider it as a post graduation. Later he began his research work under the guidance of famous botanist, that is a Professor AC Seward, and his research was mainly based on the fossil plants. He got a very valuable guidance from the Professor AC Seward, and from there uh, he, the better relationship between the Professor AC Seward and the Professor Birbal Sahni stimulated Professor Birbal Sahni in the understanding of the fossil plants as well as the geology and the other disciplines. In 1990, he was honored with the honorary degree of DSc from the London University. DSc means the Doctor of Science. So he got the honorary degree of DSc from the London University. Then from 1919 to 1920, he worked as a professor of the botany in Banaras Hindu University. And after that, that means after from the 1920 to 1921, he served in the Punjab University. Again, that means from the university from where he obtained his graduation, he joined and served there from 1920 to 1921, and after that, in 1921, he was appointed as an in charge of a newly founded botany department of the Lucknow University. Lucknow, which is located in Uttar Pradesh. So the botany department of that Lucknow University, he was appointed as a in charge, and he became the first professor of this department. That means the botany department, which is which is the first founded the botany department of the Lucknow University, and he served there till 1946. And on the 10th September 1946, the Paleobotanical Society decided to establish the Paleological Institute at Lucknow. And thereafter, the establishment of that institute of paleobotany in Lucknow, it was only due to the unrelenting efforts of the Professor Birbal Sahni only. That means only due to the फक्त प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांच्या प्रयत्नामुळे आणि त्यांनी त्या सगळ्या गोष्टींमुळे मध्ये लक्ष घातल्यामुळे भारतामधलं सगळ्यात पहिलं पॅलिओबॉटनी इन्स्टिट्यूट हे लखनौमध्ये तयार केलं गेलं आणि ते कधी 1946. सो इन 1946 ही वॉज अपॉइंटेड ॲज अ फाउंडर डायरेक्टर आणि त्या इन्स्टिट्यूटचे ते सगळ्यात पहिले डायरेक्टर, फाउंडर डायरेक्टर म्हणून त्यांना अपॉइंट केलं गेलं. So from this you can clearly understand that the all efforts that made by the Professor Birbal Sahni, due to these efforts, he is rightly called as the father of Indian paleobotany. Then moving to the next important point, that is the contributions of Professor Birbal Sahni. The research work of Professor Birbal Sahni, it was practically related to the all areas of the paleobotany, and these researches done by him on the fossil plants were based on the different branches of botany, along with the researches which is related to the stratigraphy, then the paleography, paleogeography, and the geology. So along with that, he worked on the different branches of botany, and the all area he covered all areas of the paleobotany during his research. So he presented his research on two different areas of the paleobotany. In paleobotany, he presented his research on the two different areas. The first one is that is the anatomy and the morphology of the Paleozoic ferns and also the plant evolution. So first one is that is the anatomy and morphology of Paleozoic ferns and also the plant evolution, and the second area of the research under the paleobotany, it was the fossil plants of the Indian Gondwana formations. In Gondwana formations, these are the large coal reservoirs which are present in the Madhya Pradesh. So in Madhya Pradesh, म्हणजे जिथं कोळशाच्या मोठ्या मोठ्या खाणी आहेत, तर तिथं जे गोंदवाना फॉर्मेशन झालेले आहेत, इंडियन गोंदवाना फॉर्मेशन, तर तिथे जे सापडलेले फॉसिल प्लांट्स आहेत, तर त्यांच्यावरती त्यांनी सगळ्यात जास्त काम केलेलं आहे. आणि त्याशिवाय पॅलिझोइक फॉर्म जे होते, तर त्यांचं ॲनाटॉमी आणि मॉर्फॉलॉजी याच्यावरती पण त्यांचं जास्त काम आहे. देन फ्रॉम द खोक्राकॉट मोल्ड्स ऑफ द रोहतक डिस्ट्रिक्ट, हा रोहतक डिस्ट्रिक्ट जो आहे, तर हा हरियाणामध्ये, तर हरियाणामध्ये जो रोहतक डिस्ट्रिक्ट आहे, तिथं जे खोक्राकॉट मोल्ड म्हणजे साचा, मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला काय म्हणतो, साचा. सो ही डिस्कवर्ड द मोल्ड्स फॉर द मेकिंग टेराकोटा कॉईन्स. हे जे कॉईन्स आहेत टेराकोटा, जुन्या काळी असणारे तांब्याच्या धातूपासून तयार केलेले हे जे कॉईन्स होते, तर ते तयार करण्यासाठी जे मोल्ड्स लागायचे, तर ते मोल्ड्स बिरबल साहनी यांनी शोधून काढले होते. ठीक आहे. तर ते कुठे होतं, रोहतक डिस्ट्रिक्ट, जे आता कुठे आहे, हरियाणामध्ये. आणि ते जे मोल्ड्स होते त्यांचं नाव होतं खोक्राकॉट मोल्ड्स. ओके. ही जॉईंट टुगेदर मेनी पीसेस ऑफ मोल्ड टू ऑब्टेन द कम्प्लीट मोल्ड अँड डिस्क्राईब द प्रोसेस ऑफ कॉईन मिंटिंग इन एन्शियंट इंडिया. तर जुन्या काळी किंवा आत्ता पण वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे जुने कॉईन जे असते ते जमा करणं, त्यांचं स्टडी करणं, तर ही एक सेपरेट ब्रांच आहे. आणि त्याच्यामध्ये बिरबल साहनी यांना इंटरेस्ट होता. तर त्यांनी मग काय केलं होतं की हे जे कॉईन्स तयार करण्याची जी प्रोसेस असते, ज्याला आपण कॉईन मिंटिंग म्हणतो, म्हणजे खोदकाम करून, मिंटिंग म्हणजे खोदकाम करून आणि तिथून ते शोधून काढायचे. तर हे जे तरी तयार करताना ते जे मोल्ड्स तयार झालेले असायचे, मोल्ड म्हणजे साचे, तर त्या मोल्ड्सचं काय करायचं, त्यांना एकत्र करून जॉईनिंग टुगेदर द मेनी पीसेस ऑफ मोल्ड टू ऑब्टेन द कम्प्लीट मोल्ड अँड डिस्क्राईब द प्रोसेस ऑफ कॉईन मिंटिंग इन द एन्शियंट इंडिया. तर जुन्या काळामध्ये कशा पद्धतीने कॉईन्स हे तयार केले जात होते, तर त्याविषयी पूर्ण त्यांनी त्याच्यावरती स्टडी केलेला होता. इन दिस वे द प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी वॉज द फर्स्ट इंडियन हू गेव द इम्पॉर्टंट कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन इन द फील्ड ऑफ न्यूमिस्मॅटिक्स. न्यूमिस्मॅटिक हे असं सायन्स आहे की ज्याच्यामध्ये कलेक्शन ऑफ कॉईन्स याचा स्टडी केला जातो. मी तुम्हाला जे आत्ता सांगितलं की आज पण बरेचसे लोक जे आहेत तर ते ह्या न्यूमिस्मॅटिक्स याच्यावरती स्टडी करत असतात. आणि याच्यामध्ये बिरबल साहनी यांनी पण सगळ्यात पहिले, इंडियातले सगळ्यात पहिलं जे काम आहे, मेजर कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन जे आहे, तर ते प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांनी दिलेलं होतं. म्हणजे दोन गोष्टी, एक पॅलिओबॉटनीमध्ये पण त्यांचं काम सगळ्यात पहिलं आहे आणि न्यूमिस्मॅटिक्समध्ये पण त्यांचं काम सगळ्यात पहिलं आहे. ठीक आहे. इन 1929 he founded the Indian Paleobotanist Committee फॉर द टाइमली पब्लिकेशन ऑफ पॅलिओबोटॅनिकल रिसर्च पेपर्स. जे काही रिसर्च पेपर्स असतात तर यांना वेगवेगळ्या पब्लिकेशन्स म्हणजे ज्याच्यामध्ये जर्नल्स वगैरे असतील तर यांच्यामध्ये पब्लिश केले जातात. आणि मग त्याच्यासाठी जे काही पॅलिओबॉटनीशी रिलेटेड जे काही रिसर्च पेपर्स होते तर या रिसर्च पेपरला पब्लिश करण्यासाठी जी इंडियन पॅलिओबॉटॅनिस्ट कमिटीची गरज होती तर ती सुद्धा प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांनी 1929मध्ये तयार केली. ठीक आहे. ॲज अ रिझल्ट ऑफ अनरिलेटिंग एफर्ट्स ऑफ प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी इन 1946 द पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल इन्स्टिट्यूट वॉज इस्टॅब्लिश्ड इन लखनौ विच इज द ओनली वन ऑफ द पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल इन्स्टिट्यूट्स इन द वर्ल्ड. तर पूर्ण जगामध्ये जेवढे काही पॅलिओबॉटॅनिक इन्स्टिट्यूट्स आहेत तर त्यांच्यामधलं सगळ्यात चांगलं मोठं इन्स्टिट्यूट त्यांच्यापैकी एक असं हे लखनौचं इंडियन पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल इन्स्टिट्यूट हे लखनौमध्ये प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांनी तयार केलं त्यांच्या एफर्ट्समुळे. कन्सिडरिंग द वर्क्स ऑफ प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी इन द फील्ड ऑफ पॅलिओबॉटनी, in October 1949 the working committee of Paleobotanical Society changed the name of institute to Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany, that is the BSIP. आधी याचं नाव काय होतं? द पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल इन्स्टिट्यूट हे त्याचं नाव होतं. आणि मग नंतर प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांचे हे सगळे एफर्ट्स बघून जी काही पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल सोसायटी होती तर त्याची जी कमिटी आलेली होती तर त्या पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल सोसायटीच्या कमिटीने द कमिटी ऑफ पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल सोसायटी ही चेंज द नेम ऑफ द इन्स्टिट्यूट फ्रॉम पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल इन्स्टिट्यूट टू बिरबल साहनी इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पॅलिओबॉटनी, ज्याला आपण BSIP असं पण म्हणतो शॉर्ट फॉर्ममध्ये. ठीक आहे. तर मग कधी 1949मध्ये, आधी जेव्हा 1946मध्ये त्यांनी जेव्हा ते तयार केलं तेव्हा त्याचं नाव होतं पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल इन्स्टिट्यूट. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यानंतर मग 1949मध्ये जे पॅलिओबॉटॅनिकल सोसायटी आहे पूर्ण जगामध्ये तर त्याची जी कमिटी आली होती त्यांनी प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांचे एवढे एफर्ट्स त्यांचं सगळं काम बघून त्यांनी 1949मध्ये त्याच इन्स्टिट्यूटचं नाव जे आहे तर ते काय केलं, बिरबल साहनी इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पॅलिओबॉटनी. आणि आत्ता रिसेंटमध्ये या इन्स्टिट्यूटचं नाव आहे बिरबल साहनी इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पॅलिओ सायन्सेस. कारण बॉटनीशिवाय त्याच्यामध्ये आता झुऑलॉजी बाकीचे पण काही स्पेसिमेन्सवरती स्टडी सुरू झालेला आहे म्हणून मग त्याचं आता नाव केलं आहे पॅलिओ सायन्सेस. So lastly we are going to see the main contributions of Professor Birbal Sahni in the Paleobotany in India. तर आपण ते बघणार आहोत ज्याच्यामध्ये मेनली बिरबल साहनी यांनी कशामध्ये कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन्स दाखवले. तर सगळ्यात आधी विलियम सोनिया सेवार्डियाना, a model of the extinct plant, that is the William Sonia Sevardiana. So this model is based on the reconstruction which is envisaged by the Professor Sahni. तर याचं जे मॉडेल आहे एक्सटिंक्ट प्लांटचं जे मॉडेल आहे ते तयार करण्यामध्ये प्रोफेसर बिरबल साहनी यांनी महत्त्वाचं कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन दिलेलं आहे. देन द सेकंड वन इज द पेंटोझायलॉन. So this is an important discovery of the Professor Birbal Sahni is the extinct plant group which is named as a pentoxyli. So reconstruction of the plant with the leaves, stem and the flowers was done by the Professor Birbal Sahni. Then third one is the Glossopteris. The tongue-shaped leaf Glossopteris represents a unique group of the extinct vascular plants. So this vegetation was responsible for the precious coal reserves in the peninsular India. So on Glossopteris also, which is observed in the coal reserves of the peninsular India, it was also done by the Professor Birbal Sahni. Then Birbal Sahni Divya Darshani. So fossils of an ignition flower like the organ of the extinct plant which is named after the eminent Indian paleobotanist Professor Birbal Sahni and Professor Divya Darshani from the Bihar. So that is the fossil of enigmatic flower. Fossil of an enigmatic flower which is a extinct plant name which is given to honor the Birbal Sahni and Professor Divya Darshan. Then after that the Toritis. Birbal Sahni identified the Toritis which is a close relative of the Toria which extended the range of taxels into the Gondwana land. After that, the Sahni also worked on the different living plant species such as the Nephrolepis, Xylotum, Taxus, then the Niphobolus. So these are the different living plant species on which the Birbal Sahni worked. Then he recorded the foreign pollens in the ovules of the living Ginkgo biloba. This is a gymnospermic plant, and this Ginkgo biloba, this is a living plant, but it is considered as a living fossil because it is very ancient plant, but it is still in a living condition. That's why it is called as a living fossil. This is a gymnosperm Ginkgo biloba, and Professor Birbal Sahni recorded the foreign pollen in the ovules of this Ginkgo biloba. Then Sahni was among the first to suggest a separate order, that is a taxels, within the conifer, and this taxel order, it is containing the three genera, that is the Taxus, Cephalotaxus and the Torreya. So Birbal Sahni was the first to suggest that these taxels, it should be considered as a separate order containing the three genera, that is the Taxus, Cephalotaxus and the Torreya. And lastly, another major contribution of the Birbal Sahni in the studies on the morphology of Zygopteridaceae. So all these are the main important contributions of Professor Birbal Sahni in the field of paleobotany. Thank you.